Everyone wants to create wealth. Everyone wants their funds managed professionally and to learn about investment opportunities in Kenya and even across the borders. Now, this is a special podcast coming to you from Cham Studio.
We want to help investors create strategies that are aligning to their goals.
Why is this conversation on fund management and wealth creation important?
You can create what we call silent wealth through capital markets products, where you have a professional, a licensed and regulated fund manager or helping you to invest in the opportunities that are available.
We have an app that you just download, you create your account, and then you're able to start investing.
Today we are telling people, whichever amount of money that you have, there are investment opportunities for you.
We are helping the investor to create wealth, not just to participate in the market.
We are glad to have Avocap asset managers to educate us on fund management and wealth creation. And we are with the CEO and co-founder Monica Mwaniki. Karibu to the show.
Thank you very much, Alex.
And the business development manager John Kamau. Karibu, John.
Thank you so
Let me
much.
begin with Monica. Who is Avocap Asset Managers?
Avocap Asset Managers is a fund management company that is regulated by the Capital Markets Authority. And not only is a firm registered, but also the products that we offer are also registered. The aim of Avocap is to help investors create wealth using the tools that we will be discussing today, showing them where there are opportunities for them to create and manage their wealth.
Mm-hmm. And there must be others in the industry who are doing the same, and many people then would like to know how different is Avocap?
For sure, there are many in the market. We have been now around from June 2024. That's when we went live. And what differentiates Avocap from other fund managers is that we believe that the needs of the investors are unique and they cannot be bulked up in one vehicle. And so we want to help investors create strategies that are aligning to their goals. Different risk profiles investors may have, different appetites the clients may have. So when we come across these clients, we are able to help them create portfolios that are aligning to their goals. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And your presence may be in Nairobi and where?
We would want to say that we are available for investors across the globe because our channels help you to invest from wherever you are. We have an app that you just download, you create your account, and then you're able to start investing. And these will not hinder you from whichever jurisdiction you are residing in.
You are able to offer borderless services.
Yes.
Yeah, and to Kamau now. Why is this conversation on fund management and wealth creation important? Why now?
Thank you for that question. This is a very, very timely conversation about fund management and investment because investment is one of the fastest evolving, space. Traditionally, we used to have very limited opportunities for investment. We would only do real estate. I am very sure you have some cows or some goats at home you keep so that you can sell after some time. We do land banking and all that. And while they are still okay and they are still good, the investment opportunities are very, very many today. And so what we are telling investors or potential investors is that you can create what we call silent wealth through capital markets products, where you have a professional, a licensed and regulated fund manager or helping you to invest in the opportunities that are available. Now, why right now? Today, if you look at the levels of literacy, today as opposed to a few years ago, where the investment opportunities felt like they belong to a few people. Today we are telling people, whichever amount of money that you have, there are investment opportunities for you. You don't have to be limited by geographical limitations, as Monica has said. You could be here and we are helping you invest in opportunities in Kenya, in Africa, in the global markets. So this is a timely conversation to have, because opportunities are there. You just need to plug in with the right fund manager.
Yeah, John, thank you for that. You've mentioned opportunities are there. So educate us more. What are these opportunities? And you began by referring to capital markets products. Ask layman now. Tell me. Right. I know a camera very well. Yes. I know a documentary. Yes. I know how to invest in media. Yes. Capital markets products.
Yes. Thank you. Now, in the investment space, let me just take one step backwards and say, in our country, we have different regulators in the investment and financial investment space. We have the SACCOs that are licensed and regulated by SASRA and the Ministry of Cooperatives. We have, CBK that licenses and oversees banks, microfinances, microlenders, and all those players in that space. We have RBA that oversees retirement benefits, so pension fund managers, pension administrators, and players in that retirement space. We have IRA that oversees the players in the insurance industry. So you have insurance companies, reinsurance companies, insurance agents, and insurance brokers. And then we have CMA, the Capital Markets Authorities. The capital markets oversees quite a number of players in the market. We have investment banks, we have non-forex dealing platforms, we have fund managers like ourselves, and quite a number of others. Now, what are we licensed to do? And that bit of licensing is very, very important, because it is the first layer of investors' protection, so that you are dealing with an entity that has been vetted, fit and proper, checked by the government, and they have been licensed to do investment on behalf of individuals, organizations, and whatever outfit that want to invest. Wow. Yes, and what we do, when, for example, as a fund manager, when we are licensed, we are given the leeway to create products that, again, have to be vetted by the capital markets, so that, we help you invest. Where do we invest? We invest in bonds. So we create products that invest in government bonds. We create products that help you invest in stocks. And we create products that help you invest in other products in the market. Because, as I said, there are so many opportunities in the market, locally and in the global space. So we look at all those products that I've mentioned, and we are able to curate products that help you to derive more value than probably you would have done if you went to buy stocks directly or to buy bonds directly.
Government bonds is, in a lay language, the government, a way of government getting money from the public, so you invest in and get interest on it.
Exactly.
And the durations matter. It could be 6 months, 1 year?
So we have treasury bills and treasury bonds. So treasury bills are short term, less than a year. Treasury bonds could be 1 year all the way to 2030.
Yeah.
And stocks.
Yeah. But I'm very sure Monica would want to say something about the capital market products. Monica actually has been in this space for this is 17 years now.
Yeah.
17 years.
Yeah, in the capital markets. Okay. The opportunities that John is trying to bring to the listeners and viewers is, yes, there is direct access to the markets. And the Capital Markets Authority has done a lot around that. Of course, NSC, that's the Nairobi Securities Exchange, has also played a big role in giving direct access to investors. But we are coming in and saying we are helping the investor to create wealth, not just to participate in the market. This is a market that is extremely information sensitive. And it's a market that today a stock will be at 30 shillings and tomorrow it has gone down, say, to 20 shillings and can keep going down. We have seen some stocks even being delisted and all that. So what we are saying is Avocap comes in to create a product that an investor knows they would want to invest in stocks. They would want to invest in bonds. But how do they do it without moving away from their core business or their core work? Like you said, you know best about cameras, about shooting and preparing documentaries. How do you invest without moving from your core business? So that investing now becomes our core business. And maybe if I can just jump straight to some of those products that we are talking about, we have bond funds. So a fund is a pool where many investors will put their money together and a fund manager manages this pool as one. Of course, we usually say quantum gives you an edge. And that's why when you look at institutions, say banks or insurance companies, will be able to participate in the markets in a bigger way because they're coming with a big size. So we are creating that quantum as a fund to face the market as an equal player. And that's where now our investors will benefit in. And why I'm saying quantum is important, you will find an investor wanting to invest, say, 1 million shillings or whatever amount of money. The minimum you can invest in a government bond is 50,000. But when you go to the market to buy a government bond, and you're looking for a bond of 100,000, 50,000, 1 million, 2 million, in fact, in the market, we say anything less than 100 million is termed as an odd lot. So you can see an investor has their own 5 million, 10 million, which to them, this is a lot of money by all measure. But when they come to the market, they're told this is a very small amount. This investor feels very demoralized. So how do we help this investor get the advantages of trading in the capital markets? So Avocap offers these funds. And so in our bond fund, you can invest a minimum of 100,000. You can top up anytime with minimums of 100,000 and above. And you can be able to withdraw your money anytime when you want to access it. But then again, remember, as I know John will talk about this, we do a lot of financial literacy, helping investors understand that the longer you invest, the better in wealth creation, long-term game is...
yields better results.
Exactly.
Yeah, and let me turn our attention to the diaspora community that keep meeting here and there. And I get very interesting inquiries. First of all, who do I meet? There are Kenyans out there in the diaspora who their problem is social support back home, is to get that money sent back home for school fees, for health purposes, for family upkeep, extended families. And there is that Kenyan abroad who has some good disposable income and is wondering, what do I do with this money? They are students and so on. So do your services, do your eyes cut across these demographics I've described from the diaspora, or who is your target client in the diaspora?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, diaspora is a unique clientele by themselves, and we have a number of products that really give them value. And we have faced those questions. They keep asking, how do we know that this is even the right person to work with? Because there are also many fraudsters who are coming to the market and posing like they are so legit and then taking their money away, and hard-earned money for an investor. So it is important, first of all, for a diaspora investor or any investor to vet, who is this I'm giving my money? So for example, Avocap, we are saying we are regulated by CMA. How do you authenticate that? CMA, on their website, they have listed all their licensees. They have equally listed all the products of these licensees that they are regulating or that they are overlooking. So that gives you confidence, because since inception, there is no fund or product that CMA has been regulating that has gone down. And I say that because it is important to note that a firm is regulated and the products they offer are also regulated. So it's good to make sure, yes, you are regulated, but are the products regulated? If they are, then they give you a higher assurance of where you're putting your money. Okay. So for diasporas, we have access, we are accessible 24/7 customer service online. We also do have products that cut across their needs, as we will go through them and we'll see. But we do also a lot of literacy. We create awareness to these groups so that they are aware. As you said, and as John has also equally said, that some of these things are not so obvious. So we create literacy on where the opportunities are.
Yeah, I believe at this juncture, I know we'll go into the the other areas that are key to this discussion. But speaking for the investor, at this juncture, they really want to know, so what are those products you're talking about? And I would still go back to that Kenyan who is just, mine is to get money, send home for fees and so on. There are those who say that you can advise them, save your money, bring it, invest, so that that interest pays fees. Is that the case?
Yeah, what happens is that our investment strategy starts with the client. It doesn't start with the funds.
Okay.
We start with looking at Alex and what are your needs and what are your goals.
Okay.
What is your earning capacity? Do you want to do lump sum or you want to build over time? So if, for example, you are a regular, you usually send money regularly at home, either for upkeep, support, or you have a project. We have a fund that you can actually invest in, and that money will be sent to, or rather the interest will be sent to the project or the beneficiary of choice. If you are looking to grow, because there are some, we have met some of our diaspora clients, and they are saying, I want to retire I want to come back home in the next 10 years, and I want to accumulate a fund of this size so that at retirement, I have this amount of money coming to my as an income every month. We are able to tailor that product. So speaking to our diaspora clients, whatever the need is, whatever your level of income, whatever the goal is, we have a product for you. And as Monica said, I think at this level, we are the fund manager with the most licensed and the most operational funds. And it's for a reason. As she mentioned, we do not bundle clients' goals in one fund. So we want to create a portfolio for you that will serve your needs.
Yeah. Great. And what challenges does the Kenyan diaspora community face while trying to invest back home, and how do you support them to overcome the challenges?
As we have interacted with them, one of their challenges is, who do I trust when I'm sending back money? We have had them tell us, some of them even family members, misusing the money they send back. Of course, you can imagine if I am a mother and a child is abroad and they are sending me money for a certain project of their own, but I have another child here who is struggling. I may take this money and deploy it first to this child who looks like they may need this money more than your project. And you come back home only to find the money you've been sending, it was not really misused or wasted, but it was diverted to another cause that maybe felt like it was more important then. We've also had challenges of them sending money to wrong in companies or in investment vehicles that have not worked. We have also seen them buy land and try to build, but the person they are using to build has not developed what was intended. I remember watching something that this diaspora guy, I think it was an advert, has landed at the airport, and they're taken to the place the project has been happening, only to find it's a small piece of actually, I think it was a toilet constructed. So you can imagine what the message they're trying to create. So what we are saying is, ensure that you're sending money to a legitimate professional who has been vetted and approved. So that's one of the challenge. The other challenge is they may want to invest in, some of them work and are paid in dollars. They may want to still invest in dollars. We do have that provision. We can maintain the currency you want. You can send us dollars, we invest for you, and we'll pay you back in Kenya shilling, or the other way around. Invest in Kenya shilling and we pay you in dollars, or any currency for that matter. I think what we can say is that we have thought about our diaspora investors, and we are passionate about them, and we are offering them solutions.
Great. And of course, the other challenge maybe John has addressed. The other challenge John may have addressed is repulsive or impulse, sending money by impulse.
Yes.
But he said be intentional in building wealth. Of course, that is key. The other one is, of course, you've talked about using friends or relatives who may not be trustworthy. But now, remittance, I mean, there are those who are saying, is it charges, is it what, or do they understand the processes of remitting back home? How do you support in that, John?
I think, as Monica said, we have thought about this client. And, at this time, at this point, we are talking about Kenyans living in very many countries, very many jurisdictions. What there is that you can send money, or rather you can invest through bank. You can do bank transfer. You can use your mobile wallet, and there are so many. There is SendWave, there is Western Union, there are many. Nowadays, there are so many. In fact, almost every country has a product that they can use to send money through. There is M-Pesa. You can do checks. There are many avenues that you can be able to send money through. And what that ensures, it gives you options. Whether you have money in your bank, in your M-Pesa, or any other channel that you may want to use. There is an opportunity for you. That is number one. Number two, our country is a bit open, and this is one of the things that we are very, very happy about. Capital repatriation in and out of the country is a bit more seamless compared to, our neighbors. So there is the ease of sending money back home for investment, for use, for support of your family members is very, very easy. The same case if you want to withdraw, you just give us the account to which we pay, and we'll be able to pay you back, because we have quite a seamless capital repatriation system. So it's quite easy for investor in whatever jurisdiction they are in.
Yeah, and as Monica said, you have investor education, financial literacy, you have webinars and seminars. But educate us even more now. How does a person who wants to invest evaluate, know a good company? What are the benchmarks, John?
Okay, so the first thing we say is, when you want to invest, you look at the legitimacy of the company, the licensing and regulation. And let me mention something there. As a fund manager, we operate what we call a tripartite environment, or a tripartite framework. That framework is almost like a triangle with 4 players in it. So there is the Capital Markets Authority, who is the licensee and the regulator. And their work is to license and to regulate. And licensing and regulation is not as easy, because the fit and proper process of you getting a license can take you 1, 2, 3 years before they actually can give confidence about you and the capacity to invest for people. Then there is the custodian, who actually keeps safe custody of the investors' assets, and in this case, money. Our custodian is NCBA custody, and then there is the third player called the trustee. The trustee represents you as a client in that framework. Legally speaking, they are the owners of the assets, so that they are, whatever results or returns that we declare, they are sanctioned by the trustee. They are verified. So that framework ensures, number one, Avocap doesn't touch clients' money. When you open an account, the money goes directly to the custody, and we issue instructions on where the money you want will be invested, depending on the choice of the clients, where they want the money invested. So the first layer of protection is regulation, licensing and regulation. The second layer is, what are the opportunities? Where do we invest? Are you going to put all my goals, retirement, school fees, sending money back home in one fund, or you are separating them so that you give me options? Number 3 is goals. And this is where most investors go wrong. You are looking to build an emergency fund or a sinking fund. Then you buy a piece of land. The day you have an emergency, you cannot even find a buyer for that piece of land. So one of the biggest things that we do is investment goal matching, where we help you we understand what is your goal, and we are able to tell you what investment is the best match for that goal that you have. So it's not just about investing, it's also about investment goal matching. And lastly is, we also do portfolio evaluation, because markets keep changing. Last year could be, bonds were doing well, and now things have happened, and Trump has happened, and now there are opportunities elsewhere. So we keep sitting with you and, evaluating what are the opportunities for in the market, so that we can be able to update you depending on where the markets are currently.
Monica, take us through briefly your track record in terms of numbers, statistics.
In the last, since inception to date, the assets that we are managing currently are 9 billion. 9 billion Kenya shilling.
Wow, well done. That's something.
Yes.
Okay.
We also have given very good returns. Let me focus on last year's returns. But before I even go to the returns, let me quickly take you through now these products that we are talking about. So we've categorized our funds into 4 broad categories. The first category is the bond funds. This is usually a low risk kind of an investment grouping, where these investors are not really chasing top returns, but they're ensuring that, well, it's a steady, well managed return. So we do have 4 main funds in this category. The first one is the Almasi Bond Fund. The Almasi Fund is a fund that invests in government bonds, trading them actively. As I told you earlier, the bond market is favored by big players. It favors big players. So here we buy and sell government bonds. That helps us gain capital gains. Equally, a bond pays coupon. When we are paid coupon, when you invest as an investor directly with at the CBK and you buy a government bond, when you're paid coupon, most investors eat coupon. I mean,
Eat coupon.
Yes,
I like that.
but for us, we reinvest this coupon. So there is another level of compounding. Then there is valuation gains. So these 3 magic things are the ones that make our bond fund quite a very unique fund because of the way we have structured it. Last year, we made a return of 20.5% on a low-risk fund investing in government bonds. So that's the first fund. It's a Kenya shilling. Minimum investment is 100,000, top up of 100,000. We then have another bond fund called Ngao. Ngao Fixed Income Fund is a fund that we are saying distributes income. So you're telling us as a diaspora or as an investor that I need to send money back home, about say 30,000 shillings every month, to my mom in the village for her upkeep. Which fund is this? I can put my money today, and I know every month my mom will receive the 30,000 without fail, and without me being harassed every time, having to remember and to do all that. There is that fund. So what this fund does, it protects the investor's capital. So you'll put in your money today. Let's say you've put, 2 million in this fund. It will be distributing income. You can even give us the beneficiary. You want to receive this money. So you can give us your mom's phone number or a school account which needs to be paid this money as school fees, whichever the beneficiary is. And then it will be distributing every month without fail. If you choose the quarterly option is also there, or the semi-annual or the annual. And then the day you will want to liquidate your money, the 2 million will be intact. So that does capital preservation and income distribution.
Okay.
The minimum investment is 100,000. You can top up anytime.
Okay.
The third fund here is Eurofix, which invests in Eurobonds. It's a dollar-denominated government fund, which dollar-denominated bonds, government securities fund, which invests now in the so-called Eurobonds. I know most people know Eurobonds for other political reasons, but we do invest in the Eurobonds, and they have given a good return. To the dollar, we've given a return of 11.9%. Then we have the last one, which is a money market fund. A money market fund, and maybe I can take this chance to clarify, is not an investment per se.
It's not an investment.
It is a cash management tool. It is an emergency fund. Money you're putting there, not because of the return you'll get, but because of the ease of access. And that's why money markets, you can receive your money anytime within, in our fund, even within 24 hours, you'll have your money. Our SLA is 48 hours. It is that swift. So you want a place, let's say you are a diasporan, you want to buy land, you're waiting for the tests, the checks to be done by your lawyer and all those processes. You have your money ready. Where do you keep it? You can keep it in a money market fund. You have money for school fees, say next term. You just want to put it somewhere safe, but the use is very sure. That is the fund. We are the top performing money market fund currently with a return of 12.1%.
Wow, well done. Have you talked about, this is in the next cluster, the fixed income funds?
Those are now the fixed income funds, the bond funds. Okay. Now we go to the equity funds. Equity funds, we call them wealth builders, because what they do is that they help you grow your money faster, as you will see even in the returns. So equity funds, we have 3 main equity funds. We have a Thamani fund. Thamani equity fund, which invests in stocks listed in our Nairobi Securities Exchange. These are now the KCB, the Equity, the Safaricom, the EABL, and all that. Remember what we said. As an investor, you can access markets directly. But when will you know which stock to buy and when to sell and when to add more? You know, and then when you paid your dividends, remember what people do with the coupons? They do the same thing with dividends. They eat.
They eat.
So when you eat, you're not growing your money the way it should grow. So here at Thamani, when we take on this, we have an active management strategy. So we will keep buying and selling the stocks depending on the information. I told you our market is heavy on information. So we'll buy and sell these stocks. We will reinvest the dividends when they come. And that is how, in the last 1 year, we have given a net return of 40% to the investors in the stock market. So that's the local equity fund. We have expanded to the other side of the globe. I remember you saying that we have opportunities across the borders. At the Africa level, we have an African equity fund. This fund invests in other stocks listed in other African stock exchanges. For example, the South African markets. We are in Joburg exchange. We have this fund denominated in Rand. Rand is quite a strong currency, the only one appreciating right now amidst most currencies depreciating, including the dollar and the Kenya shilling. So this fund creates another opportunity to an investor, diversifying you even across currencies. Okay. So now here you are investing in Rand. This fund gave a return of 22% last year. These are net returns that we are talking about. We also have now the third fund here, Global Equities Special Fund, investing in stocks listed in the global markets. Now these are, we use a lot of these products. We use Microsoft, we will use iPhones, we will use Facebook. How are we benefiting from the mother companies of these stocks? So we invest in those blue chip companies and we're able to give a good return. Last year we gave a return of 28% in the global equities. Wow. So that's that's the second cluster. The third one is multi-asset strategy fund. Okay. As you've noticed, all the other funds are pure funds. If it's a bond fund, it's a bond fund, Euro bond, stocks, African markets, global stocks. Now here we have a multi-asset strategy, which has multiple assets. Amongst them, the ETFs, the commodities, the minerals, name them. We also can take positions on currencies. So in this fund, we ride themes. We have noticed over years, capital follows some channels and we call them themes. So currently we are riding themes like the AI theme.
AI, artificial intelligence.
Yes. Okay. We also have Trump himself as a theme, because if you don't follow Trump closely, you might end up on the wrong side of the markets. We also have emerging markets as a possible great opportunities there. So we have themes that we ride. As they fade off, we exit that theme and get into another one. We have done themes like the EV, this is the electric vehicle themes, and exited. Previously, during COVID times, there was a theme like the pharmaceuticals, where some pharmaceuticals and gaming companies really did well. So that's a theme that came and faded off. So that's the third cluster that we invest in. It's a dollar denominated. Our dollar funds, minimum investment is $1,000, and you can top up anytime with $1,000. This fund gave a return of 36% to the dollar. That's a multi-asset strategy fund. Remember, we call them wealth builders. No, you're now on the journey of creating wealth. Finally, we have a special category called Sharia products. So these are, we call them ethical products for the ethical investors.
Ethical investors meaning?
We call them that because if you look inside, these are usually mostly products for the Muslims, and there are some criterias. For example, they cannot invest in gambling or any asset that has gambling or alcohol or tobacco or such things. So that's why we call them ethical products. So with those 4 clusters, and if you're not an ethical investor, then you have, okay, not ethical investor, but if you're not
in that category,
that category, yeah, it means you have these 3 other categories that you can be able to map your needs across. So now back to the question on how does a person choose which fund, because as you've seen, there are so many.
Okay.
You can just come and say, I want to invest in all. You will come and say, I already have government bonds and I'm already in the stock exchange. So I want to diversify now to the Africa Equity Fund and maybe a multi-asset strategy fund. I'll start there. Another person will say, for me, I'm looking to save my retirement. When I retire, this is the money I want to have. We'll put you in a government bond fund, which is, we call them low risk, and you're almost able to predict how much you need to be investing on a regular basis to arrive at a certain amount that will be the retirement amount. And upon retirement, we can withdraw that money from that fund and put it now in the ngao, which will be paying you income monthly. So that's how we try to map the needs of an investor using our products to arrive at the goals.
Yeah, that's quite a huge portfolio and array of investment opportunities through Avocap. So who is your typical investor? Any John, you want to take it up?
Yeah, I think, and then our CEO will pick it up. But we have investment products for any investor. Our money market fund, the minimum initial investment is 3,000 shillings. And you can do a minimum of 1,000 shillings as and when your cash flows allow you. So for someone who is saying, my money is too little to start, the money market is your platform. For someone who wants to get to Almasi, Tamani, and the other funds, and they don't have the lump sum as we speak, you can use money market as a build-up platform for you to get there. There is another person who has just retired. They are wondering, do I go to farming? Do I buy matatu? Do I build apartments? We are telling you, don't leave an active job and go to another job that is too active for you to catch up. Please bring money. We put it in ngao that will be paying you money on a regular basis, either monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. There's someone else who is looking to accelerate growth of their investment, possibly because they want to acquire an asset, they want to move, they want to marry, they want to start a business. We have the growth funds, like our CEO said, the equity funds. So we are able to create portfolio for you. Basically what we are saying, whatever level you are at, you are an investor. And you know the good thing, you can open an individual account, you can open a joint account, so you can even do with your boys club, merry-go-round, chamas. You can, if you are a church, you can do an individual account, a joint account, a corporate account.
A diaspora community.
Diaspora community.
Yes. A diaspora association.
Exactly. Yes. You can be able to do that. And we have also introduced junior accounts. So we want to take investment discussions in the dining table. What we missed when we were growing up, we are taking it to the homes. Wow. So we are telling you as a parent, you can actually be able to inculcate the culture of saving and investing with your children.
Wow. And Monica, so SACCOs is the in thing. I think almost everybody belongs to a SACCO. Yes. Yeah, you see even judges, yes, they're talking about their SACCO. You have lawyers, you have the central bank, so everyone is in a SACCO, and that's where most people have their money lying. How does this talk, the entire talk, rhyme with the SACCO story?
I want to say that SACCOs play a very critical role in the grand scheme of an investor's lifetime. And if you look, the core reason why SACCOs exist is to help members with deposits and hence access cheaper loans. So I usually challenge my clients, if you're in a SACCO and you're not benefiting from the cheaper loans, then you're not doing yourself a great service. Because when you look at the dividend SACCOs pay, they are similar to the same returns you're getting maybe even from money markets. Some money markets are even giving better than some SACCOs will give you. So it is a conversation that an investor needs to ask themselves. Am I placing my money at the right place at the right time? When you're looking for a facility, then it is a good place to have money in the SACCO so that you can be able to access a cheaper facility. Others will say, but I don't have the need for this, for a loan. Again, it's another discussion one can have, assess the opportunities that there are. As I've said, there are so many opportunities. And so you can be able to access some capital somewhere, and you're able to do what we call smart investing. The other comment I may want to make is that SACCOs as institutions are also investing. So you may find some SACCOs offering, say, they call them investment products, or you'll find them having products that they're offering to the members. What do? At the back of it, maybe they've invested that money as a bulk in such such opportunities. And so they're able to run the investment, vet us, come meet our management, or even have online meetings, and then they're able to pitch these products to their members. So there are still unlimited ways on how an investor can use a SACCO to benefit from the opportunities there lie.
So I guess you work very closely with SACCOs in line of even financial literacy.
Financial literacy a lot. We are offering some SACCOs call us for their members' day. And we are able to offer a lot of these opportunities, and really just literacy. Information is power. When we inform the members, they are able to now make the right decisions or plan their finances towards a certain direction. There is a class of diaspora that I know we did not mention, who are also our clients. Those who leave the country to, say, Qatar, Dubai, we've seen a lot of movements, a lot of, even the government is really facilitating that transfer of labor on a contract. So what does this diaspora do when they are there for those 2 years, 3 years? They can be able to put their money in some of the products that we have shown. And by the time they're coming back home, they can now transform their lives because they are sure that contract is not perpetual. They're there for a limited time and come back home. So we offer that solution to those.
Wow, so it's you need to be talking to them before they leave. Or you do that, I'm sure.
We try with the ones we can, yes.
And there are those preparing to return, or those who just returned. It's another key category of the diaspora returnees.
The diaspora returnees, and I'm glad I know there's something we are planning with you on the
end of October.
Yes, end of October.
You need to be there.
Yes, we'll be there. We'll be there as we discuss, just to still help them settle in back with whatever they have come back with, to ensure there's no much disruptions to their quality of life. Yes.
Well put, Monica. And who owns Avocap? That's a very important question.
Yes. So Avocap is a full Kenyan-owned company. We are 4 shareholders, and we are governed properly under the corporate governance requirements by the CMA. So we do have a full board with a chairman. Our chairman is Dr. David Mutonga. We also have our chair of Audit and Risk Compliance Committee, Madam Susan Mukora, formerly of PwC, ACON, and well put together independent directors who offer the oversight role. We also have Wilson Wariari, who is also a co-founder and the CIO, sitting in the board. And we have Madam Priyanka Shah, who is also a co-founder and the COO in the company, of course, and myself. And that makes, again, another layer of legitimacy, because you need to know the people. And maybe if I can add, the 3 executives, the 3 of us, we've been in the market all through our career. Personally, here for more than 17 years in the capital markets. Wilson about 12 years, Priyanka about 10 years. So really, for those who may say Avocap is a young firm having been established in 2024, the experience we bring is immense.
Yeah, it was not just about business.
Yes.
It was about bringing a service anchored on experience.
Absolutely.
Well done. So John, how do your potential investors get you?
Our whole investment process is online. You just go to Play Store or App Store, download the Avocap mobile app, and sign up. You can also use the web application invest.avocap.com and create an account. We are available we have a website, avocap.com. You can find all the details and more information about the funds there. About the board, you also have the corporate governance structure well outlined. We are on social media. We are on X. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. We are on LinkedIn. Avocap, if you search Avocap Asset Managers, you'll be able to find us there. You can also send us an email, clients@avocap.com. And you can find us on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 0701 300 200.
Wow.
Yes.
Well done. And this, I didn't prepare you, but just a parting shot in 30 seconds, in one line, one sentence, beginning with the Monica, looking at that camera as we wind up. This quick.
I want to ask you not to be a spectator, but a participant in most of these products that we have created. These products are for you to help you create wealth. This is the turning point. We are here to bring a revolution. Be part of it.
Wow, don't just be a spectator, be involved in this turning point. And John?
There are many opportunities that are there in the market, locally, in the African market, and in the global markets. And we don't want you to sit on the sideline. Participate. This year is another opportunity for you. So book a session with us. We will be able to start with your goals and align your investments with your goals. As we said, investment starts with your goals, and then our funds become a bridge between those goals and where you want to go.
Wow, investment starts with your goals. And what a lovely discussion. I've also learned quite a lot that you don't need to have millions and millions. With 3,000 Kenya shillings, you can start. And one day you could be a billionaire. Is it? What a fantastic discussion. Thank you so much. We were discussing asset management, wealth creation, and opportunities in Kenya and beyond the borders. And you've heard it from our strategies. Monica Mwaniki, CEO, Avocap Asset Managers, and John Kamau, who is a Business Development Manager. Asanteni sana. We look forward to many sessions like this, and you'll be attending our functions, and I can attest you are in the right place, and you've been heard in Kenya and beyond the borders. Asanteni sana for coming to the show.